afternoon, Sean.
What's up, Bev? How you doing, sir?
Well, I've titled this one Science. Science! Because we like science, don't we?
You got to remember, it doesn't
We
prove
actually
anything,
do,
that
by the
bit.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, science.
Sean, what's the name of that movie where that young kid, he's like 15, went to MIT and worked on the laser, and the guy lived in the closet? Him and his roommate, they had a guy that would come in there and go in the closet, and he lived down below the school. They developed that laser for the military. They put it in a plane.
80s movie with Val Kilmer.
I don't think I've seen it.
Killing me.
God, blimey, something Sean doesn't know the answer to.
So they have a look.
I always
gasp.
admit to the stuff I don't know. You should know that by now.
Gasp has never been so flabbered.
Oh, on one of those memes you posted earlier, Bev, are you saying they can't cloud seed, or were you just throwing a meme out?
Just posting memes, dude.
Okay,
Posting
just
memes.
checking.
We was talking earlier because Rakia was talking about it. And it's one of those things that when we get the coincidences of people saying, hey, you know what, there's a coincidence, and then you further that coincidence by seeing something. Well, that's what we do here, the Logos.
Real genius. Sorry.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, because the cloud seeding and geoengineering stuff is that's my fun topic, the one I've done probably the most.
Right? What you mean debunking?
What was
No,
What
no,
was
no,
the latter
no.
one,
There's
please?
no debunking of cloud seeding. It's 1,000% real.
What about Real Genius?
Huh? Real Genius?
Real Genius, guys. The movie in 1985, written by Naked Gun. Val Kilmer.
Don't think I've seen that one. I'm not a big movie buff.
It's about a super smart physics student.
What was it called? Sorry,
Lasers.
Bev?
Real Genius. Does that sound?
That's the film that Buster and Rakia are looking for the title for. I can't remember what it's called.
I just butted in and said it. I was trying.
Is that like a laser weapons type movie or something? Is that what that is?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it, but it says it's by the Naked Gun guy, so I might want to watch it. It might be one that I've.
Is it a spoof or something?
It's a movie. It holds up well. Like you can watch it now.
It's like a
It's pretty good.
documentary.
If it's like Naked Gun, or what was the other one they did of Top Gun?
No. It's not goofy. It's not goofy at all.
They develop a laser weapon at MIT, and they put it on an airplane for the military.
Val Kilmer
he
plays a goofy character, but it's not like Naked Gun at all.
Oh, darn it!
Laser weapons. That's real. They have those.
We're just talking about the movie.
Oh,
They end up, instead of blowing up a missile or something, or like a tank, they put aluminum foil full of popcorn in the dude's house, and they point the laser to the house at the end, and they
wait. You said it. You said it wasn't a spoof. That sounds like a spoof movie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they do it because they're mad because they invented this super high powered laser, and they come to find out at the end the military wanted it. And then they got mad, so they jacked it up, infiltrated it.
They didn't want it to be used to kill people. Their work. They were tricked. So then they do a goof on the guy that was tricking them.
Oh.
That was a foresight into the future because they definitely have laser weapons now.
So when you were saying that earlier, Sean, are you like a debunker like Mick West?
No. I've been trying to, for years, been talking to people about how they do cloud seed, how they are doing small scale geoengineering projects and trying to do large scale geoengineering projects now.
Chemtrails.
I have always looked into weather modification and that kind of stuff. Chemtrails, I think, is a very bad word to use when talking about it because of what people have come.
I'm just going off what Ranty said.
Yeah. Actually, Randy. When I first became a flat earther, Randy was one of the first people I started talking to about that
when
stuff.
you first came Like, is there been
Yeah.
a second and a third?
No.
Just-
When
just
I
the
okay,
first.
you're right. When I became, then, but I wanted to establish the fact that I'm not now, I guess. But you are correct in how I said it wrong.
Did you sign any paperwork
For that, what I'm talking about? Oh, absolutely.
when you became a flat earther? I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at like
The first
It's
time
a-
you
I get
became
it.
a flat earther.
I get it. It's funny. No, but I'm definitely not a debunker of weather modification. It is 100% real.
Nice.
Whether you're talking from the HARP wasn't trying to do it, but it did happen. To now, where they're trying to do geoengineering projects in the ocean and in the sky, all that stuff is real, 100%.
So, do you believe in chemtrails?
What is being talked about, yes, but the word chemtrail I do not use. It has a bad connotation to it. People don't register with it.
That's weird. You should mention that because that's almost like FE.
Yeah.
FE, it could be a million things that it could reference, but at the same time, a chemical trail is used in these processes. But like I said, the word chemtrail
Yeah, but when
has a bad
you
name
said
to it.
it's got a bad name to it, just as FE is. That's why you want to steer away from using the tag chemtrail.
I would
Sure.
say no, because quote unquote chemtrails.
Did I lose sound or did he?
No,
No, he did.
No, I have a bad connection. My bad. It's
Yeah.
just the term chemtrail I don't like.
So, Sean, do you believe they're spraying chemical particulates in the air to aid with weather modification?
100%.
Well, they're chemtrailing then.
That's chemtrails. That's the whole process.
No, yeah. And I said it is.
Nice.
Has he gone again?
Yeah. I think he's.
Mhm.
I
Somebody
was just
else
saying that chemtrails just has a bad name, but
Yeah.
You're clipping really badly, Sean.
give me a sec. I'm gonna go outside real quick, and then I should have a better one.
Okay. I guess it's the same bad naming as flat Earth, by the way.
All right, is this any better?
We'll know when you get halfway
Okay.
through a sentence.
Yeah, no, I just don't like the term chemtrail. But for what they do, yes, it is. It's 100% real. I guess you could say
very much like flat Earth, then, right?
no.
What? Just not a bad name, but good people.
Well, I would
Doing
say
good things.
the lack of evidence for flat Earth makes it not the same as what a chemtrail is.
Oh,
Evidence.
lack of. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I said lack of. And it's I guess we could say something that I wouldn't even put in the same topic of discussion, really.
Is that because all evidence is evidence of the globe?
No, I weather modification has the evidence there is nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. It's what they're doing.
You know how they do measure, judge the shape of the Earth, like the shape.
Of course, we've had that conversation
Surveying.
many of times.
Yeah. Do you know about the shape of level? Like these curve calculators calculate.
Well, a curve calculator is only going to give you the measurements for the tangent, not the full shape of the Earth.
Gives you the curvature of level, doesn't it?
Say again?
It gives you the curvature of level, the curvature rate of level at your particular place, doesn't it?
Of the tangent.
No, there's no
only-
curvature to a tangent, you
No,
muppet.
no.
Tangent's
Yeah,
a straight
what?
line.
Yeah, it's exactly what the curve calculator is calculating, the tangent in which an observer has. It doesn't calculate the curve calculator
What?
doesn't measure the curve calculator doesn't measure the curvature of Earth. It measures the tangent.
Doesn't
of the
it
curvature
doesn't
of Earth.
measure anything. It's a calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah, calculators
Which
don't
is-
measure anything.
Calculates it.
What are you putting into a calculator? Measurements.
No,
Which
you
measurement?
don't put
Okay,
measurements
so
in.
if I'm trying to figure out the square area of something, how do you do that? You measure, and then you calculate those measurements.
Cool. So what is the measurement regarding this Earth curve calculator?
As in, what is it? I just said it. It measures the tangent of an observer's observation. It's very clear. It's not the full measurement of the Earth.
I'm
Which
not
means,
sure if you're familiar with the word measurement.
oh,
at
I am.
this point.
So if I'm standing at 20 feet, and then at the same location somehow, like a ladder, someone's standing at 1,000 feet, you're going to have a different tangent line, and that tangent line is what the Earth calculator calculates.
That's very cool. I thought you were putting in numbers with your keyboard into some, calculator. But if you do that, what you just said, that's measurement. That's
Yeah.
cool. So
I may have
that's
just
how
said
you
it wrong
use
at
the
first.
Earth calculator, right? The Earth curve calculator. That's how you use it. You stand up on a ladder, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
you input your measurements into its and you calculate it, and it tells you what the tangent line is, or where the tangent line is of your observation to finish that.
Sorry, the tangent, you say? Calculates the tangent.
Yes, that's what that's what the Earth curve calculator does.
What's the curve then?
Where's the curve, or what do you mean?
What's the curve bit about in the curve calculator? If it's what is it doing?
Oh, okay.
Position and tangent.
I see what you're saying. It shows you the tangent line of the furthest you can see on that curved surface.
Tangent line of furthest what you can see. What do you mean by that?
When you're observing, so you're looking at the horizon. The tangent line is your view to the horizon, basically. It's not a calculation that is used to go all the way around the Earth. It's just for the observation you're making. I know. I'm just clarifying.
But then where is the curve that it calculates? That's what I was referring to, by the way.
Oh, the horizon.
It calculates the what? The horizon. What do you mean by that?
Well, in calculating the tangent, you're calculating how far you can see on that curved surface.
Sorry, a tangent line. What is the distance when we are describing a line?
Okay, if you're 20-foot observer, 6 foot. They make it real basic.
Oh my.
If you're standing at 6 foot, your tangent line your observation is going to be about 3.5 miles.
Okay, I ask in different words. What is the length of a line, of any line?
It could be infinite, I guess.
Well, if it's not defined further, then we assume that it's well. By the way, it's not just assumed. It's not just an assumption. It's by definition, a line is infinite. So when you're talking about the tangent line,
but if you're
you are not adding anything to it, then you should think about that it's infinite. So what distance are you talking about?
If you're talking about a line, yes. But if you're talking about your line of sight, no.
You were talking about a tangent line.
Which is a tangent line is your line of sight. I probably should have clarified that then.
Line of sight. Oh my.
So where's you talk about the tangent line? Where's the tangent point? Because that's what we're dealing with here, right?
Okay.
The use of calculator
starting point.
The tangents.
Yeah.
Right, but the tangent is a point. It's a straight line at a point of the circle. So where
you would actually
that
say
point?
Okay. The observer is the starting point. The horizon would be the end point.
That's not a tangent then, is it?
It is a tangent.
Tangent point. What are you talking about?
It is a tangent.
Only if you presuppose the Earth is curved.
Again, it's your line of sight. We're talking about a line of sight, not just a line itself. It's the line of sight.
Talk about a tangent.
Yeah.
Tangent's very, very definite, right?
The tangent for your observer, your observation, is different from a line. Period. A line can go infinite, but if you're talking about the observer's line of sight, then it obviously isn't going to be infinite.
But if it's a line of sight, it's not a tangent because you're talking about from your eyes. Well, that's not on a circle. It's got nothing to do with a circle. So that's not a tangent, right? So we're not talking about that. So where's the tangent? Where's the tangent that you're calculating with the curve calculator, like we said at the beginning?
From the observer to the horizon.
But you were talking about eyesight, so which line are you talking about? The upper
line of sight,
your eyesight, or the one that is on this supposed circle?
A line of sight, which is what the curve.
Hovering.
That's all. Okay, maybe that's the disconnect you're not seeing. The curve calculator is only calculating observer's sight. It's not made to calculate only surface. It is literally an observation calculator, basically.
So it's not calculating a tangent now. Then what's it calculating?
Your line of sight to the horizon.
Then it's not a tangent.
You're looking at that, right? Why do you need to calculate it?
So then, can you tell me? Okay, then give me an example of a tangent line.
Tangent line is perpendicular to the radius at the point it touches the circle.
From your point to the horizon.
No, from your point at all. A tangent is referenced to a circle. Not you, not me.
Oh,
a circle.
Can you give me an example of a tangent line?
A tangent line is perpendicular to the radius, the point it touches the circle.
Can you give me a real world example? So you're standing somewhere or you're measuring something. What would you use a tangent
draw
line
a circle and then draw a line touching it.
Let me show you, mate.
It will be perpendicular to the radius at the point it's at.
Is your eyesight touching the surface?
Now if you start that tangent line at the observer who's looking at the horizon, it's going to show you where your line of sight touches that circle, correct?
No, you're a muppet. That's not. You think that's what a curve calculator is?
I know that's what the curve calculator is.
What?
Brilliant.
So when you're
got that one sorted out.
So where P is at that point, when if someone's looking at the horizon, are they looking off the ball or are they looking down at the ball?
Not what ball?
What ball? Yeah.
In the example that he just showed in the chat, I'm asking that. So if
nobody's looking
at there's no ball, Sean.
Wait, you didn't
circle, a radius, and a tangent.
Okay.
There's no ball.
The point on the circle, when we're looking at the horizon on a globe, I know you don't think it's a globe, but if you're standing on a globe and you're standing at that point, are you looking straight out or are you looking at the horizon to figure out that tangent?
If I would stand there, where is that P?
So I have to be standing on that.
Relative to me, where would that P be? The P is the horizon.
Oh, no. Oh, the P is you, the observer.
No. P, meaning it's a point. So it doesn't have...
That would be you.
It's not in 3D space. It doesn't have any kind of length in any space.
If you ask me a question...
So where would that point be?
The observer.
No. I'm not a point, so I cannot be the point. I am in 3D.
Okay, well, if your line of questioning now is
relative to me.
Do you want to talk geometry or do you want to talk actual observation using geometry? There's a difference.
You said that point is me first. Now we are moving.
If you're on that circle,
I'm not the point. Where would that point be?
On the horizon. On your horizon.
The P would be on the horizon.
It would depend on your elevation.
Elevation.
Yes.
Then you are talking about a distance to the circle, right?
And on this image you're showing, if the observer is at that point, then where that box is, the green box, right where the line comes off the circle, that would be your horizon.
That's a square because this is a 2D image.
Yes,
and
I
we're
know. I'm
talking
just
about
I'm
a
just
circle,
showing you.
so
I'm
it's not
using it as a.
okay.
I'm just
Let's
using
move
it
on.
as a point. Wait. So what I'll do is, hang on. What I'll do is I'll take your image and then I'll go to my little drawing app and then I'll show you what I'm talking about, seeing how it's not equivocating to you what I'm trying to say. How about that?
Well, how about you tell me what that little green box actually trying to represent here?
The right angle of your tangent line.
Great. So where would that P be? You know, the point.
For the next point, you're saying?
That in real life. Because that was my question. Then you tried to deviate.
But I wasn't trying to deviate. I'm going to show you. Me saying it isn't working. Hang on.
Because again, I am in 3D space. I am not a point, so I cannot be that point. Where would that point be in real life?
Well, you can't be that point. And if that's the case, then why don't we look at an image that's real world rather than a geometry, illustration of geometry, since you don't want to look at it as real world.
I am trying to.
And if that, okay, well.
Yeah.
Well, Bev.
Can you see the relationship between the geometry and what you're trying to talk to? Because you're thinking about a model and relating it to a circle and a line.
Well,
but you're not even relating to it properly.
What is that red? Could you tell me?
That red point in real world would be your horizon.
I was asking you, where would the P, the capital P, be in real life?
That'd be at any point in which you're standing.
In which I'm standing. So what do you mean by that?
Wherever you're making your observation from is your first point.
Again, I am in 3D space.
Okay, well, I can't. Okay, you're standing on a cliff right next to the ocean. Is that more clear for you?
So let's say on the ground of the top of the mountains or something like that. That's
sure
what you're trying to say. Wherever I stand, that's where it would be.
That's what I said, yes.
Well, that would be an elevation from this circle where, we don't call this elevation on this circle because this is just a circle.
Then
we would call it distance to this circle.
Okay, so then if I'm using real world at that point, you're standing on the shore of an ocean at elevation 0. How about that? Is that better?
Okay, I'm gonna help you a little bit. They're not gonna like me, but either way. So a tangent line and the circle share what?
Points of reference.
What?
Points of reference. That's the only thing they share.
What?
The only thing they share are points of reference. The first point where you observe to the line of sight is the second point.
So they share 2 points.
Telling the fucking railroad.
A tangent line and the circle share 2 points. That's fucking amazing.
The tangent line, yes, it shares 2 points. The point of which it starts and the point of which your line of sight goes, which is the horizon, or AKA that picture I showed. The P, that first point, is observer. The second point, the red dot, is the horizon. That's what the tangent line and a circle share. That's the 2 tangent points.
That's the 2
exactly
points.
What it is.
The tangent line and the circle shares.
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
Am I? What's
I'm amazed. I'm literally. I'm wordless. I'm speechless. Man.
Okay. Then what is wrong about what I said?
He missed the other straight line.
Which other straight line?
Try the radius.
Okay, what does the radius have to do with an observer's tangent line?
It's not an observer's tangent line. That's what I was trying to help you with.
Seriously, Sean. What has a radius got to do with a tangent?
No, I'm asking
You're
you.
fucking
I'm asking
mental,
you.
Sean.
I'm asking
Dude.
you. I'm asking you what it has to do with it for your clarification of a tangent. That wasn't my answer.
A tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point it touches the circle.
At the point it starts. At the point it
No,
starts.
at the point it touches the circle, the one and only point it touches.
And it doesn't? You can't draw a straight line to the center?
That's a radius, isn't it?
Can you draw a straight line to the center?
Center of what?
That is a radius.
Of that second point.
Yes,
of the second.
Sean.
Yeah, of the second. Thank you. So I don't know why you're talking to me like you're telling me. I'm asking you these questions, and you're answering them as if you're trying to tell me it. I understand these things.
Well, you're the one that forgot you need a radius for a tangent. Sean.
No, again, that was my question.
Can I ask a question, please?
Again, that was my question to you guys, not
you
question
stated-
to understand. Yeah, I do that a lot. I do that a lot. That's what you didn't like earlier. What's up? When I asked you a
acted
question,
like you didn't
remember?
know for half an hour, Sean, and then you decided to tell us that you were checking with us that you knew what you were talking about.
When did I say I didn't know?
You don't know what a
It doesn't
tangent
matter.
is.
Differently.
It doesn't
I
matter
know
what
the
you
tangent
said.
is. And
It doesn't matter what you said
my
regarding if
I
you knew
know.
it or not.
I know it doesn't matter what I said. That's kind of the frustrating part because I know
No.
I
Regarding
didn't say that's all I knew. I gave you a very layman explanation for a tangent line in the Earth calculator, and you want to tell me that a line is infinite, which has nothing to do with the tangent line we're discussing.
And
so it's
that
not
gave you a
infinite.
very
No, not in the Earth curve calculator. It's not.
tangent.
That can be shown. I could by exactly how I just showed it.
On a calculator.
Yeah, you still calculating a tangent. What are you calculating with the Earth curve calculator? If it's got to do with a tangent,
Elevation,
it's a straight line.
elevation, and distance.
What the Earth
Elevation.
curve calculator calculates a tangent.
Elevate. Yes, and that's why you have to account for your elevation, and it will tell you the distance. That's exactly what a tangent is. Anything else? That's why I'm asking you. What is a tangent? That's why I asked you originally. What do you think a tangent is? And that's when you guys went into your spiel about it.
You think a tangent is elevation and distance?
It has
What about weather effects?
Sean, hang on. Can I just get clarification on this, Sean? Sean,
Yes.
you think a tangent line is elevation and distance?
No, not your tangent line gives you your elevation, and the distance to the horizon is your tangent line.
No, it's tangent line is infinite, Sean.
Not if we're talking about the curve calculator.
Lines are infinite. They can be
not if we're
projected
talking
in either direction.
Okay, I'll say it
infinitely.
again. Not if we're talking about the curve calculator. Like
you
we
want
have
to
been.
redefine what a straight line is now?
Okay,
yeah?
Are you redefining what the curve calculator does?
I don't give a shit about the curve calculator. It's only
that's
you
funny,
that does.
because we were talking.
You need to redefine what a straight line is.
The curve calculator was brought up. The curve calculator was brought up by Bev.
Yeah, you are ridiculous.
And in that, we're talking about the curve calculator. So we're talking about an observer line of sight. And if we're talking about the observer line of sight, then we're not talking about an infinite line.
John, you were on about calculating the curvature of level, which is a straight line.
Wait. I brought that up.
The curve calculator calculates how much curve is needed for level on your model.
No,
it's a straight line.
Christ.
That's why you're struggling. That's why you don't know what a tangent is. That's why DP's asking you. Is you trying to redefine a straight line?
Well, I'm pretty sure anyone listening is going to understand that you're talking about two different things to make it seem as if I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't know what you're talking about, Sean. You are trying to redefine a straight line to fit the calculator for your model.
I'm really not.
No, really you are.
No, really I'm not.
A line has no set distance. Can be extended indefinitely in either direction.
Unless you're talking about an observer's line of sight.
That's not how a straight line is defined, Sean.
Oh, okay. So then define what an observer's line of sight is.
An observer's line of sight? What has that got to do with the definition of a straight line?
It has the definition of, it has everything to do with the curve calculator in which you were talking about. So can you tell me what the observer's line of sight is?
The curve calculator is maths, Sean.
Okay, so you guys again,
nothing to do with an observation.
I made it clear. Okay. I was gonna come in here if it was gonna be a question and answer from both sides, and I'm asking a question. What is an observer's line of sight?
Got nothing to do with geometry, Sean.
Oh wait. A line of wait. Are you saying you just said a line? The observer's line of sight has nothing to do with geometry. Really?
It has nothing to do with geometry.
The observer. How far you can see. How do you calculate how far you can see? And how
it's an observation.
Well, can I ask one question?
No. Why would you calculate, or how would you calculate a line of sight then?
Wow.
How would you do that?
How would you calculate a line of sight? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll just look there. Like, why do I need to calculate it? What the fuck are you talking about?
So you know,
what the
so you
fuck
know
are
what a
you
distance
talking
is.
about,
So you know what a distance is, and you know how far you're looking. It's pretty simple.
You're an idiot, Sean. Buster, you had a question.
I guess I'm an idiot because you guys can't understand reality. My bad.
Are there? Said it's not. You said when you're referencing the curve calculator, and you said when you're talking about the curve calculator, tangent's different. Is within the curve.
No, I didn't say it was different. I just said you're talking about the tangent of your line of sight. That's it. That's all I said. I didn't say.
Yeah, but what we're talking about the curve calculator is. Are there different? Like, is there like a set of definitions and axioms for the curve calculator that we're not aware of?
Okay, perfect. I'm happy you asked that. So there's a difference between the tangent line of an observer's sight and a straight line that they keep trying to pin me on saying.
So the definition changes within the curve calculator?
The curve calculator definition is talking about the observer's line of sight.
Where can I find the definition for tangent in the curve calculator?
Just Google it. Google tangent line of sight.
Is it not a straight line?
It's a straight line, but it's not the same as an infinite straight line because it's a tangent line.
Line of sight.
It is literally just talking about the observer's line of sight. And that is a straight line.
Is a straight line, yeah?
Yes. Yep.
So your 6-foot observer on the beach, their line of sight being a straight line will be 6 foot off of the horizon. It's not a tangent, Sean. It does not touch.
That is a tangent. Wait. So
how can it be?
Okay.
The line of sight.
Okay.
You're missing it.
Okay. If I look straight up, can I have a tangent line?
If you look straight.
If I look straight up into the sky, can I draw a tangent line?
To what?
It doesn't matter.
To what?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Can you draw a straight line?
You don't know what a tangent is.
That's what a tangent is, Sean, you fucking muppet. You can't just draw a line and say that's a tangent.
What's it then? Tell me. See, that's the problem. You keep making it seem like.
John,
okay,
hey, let me answer. Let me answer.
So you're telling me.
Let me answer.
That I can
hang on, Sean.
Let me answer.
Let Rob have a go.
Okay. Let me just answer. A tangent is a straight line that touches a circle, and where it touches that circle is the tangent point.
Thank you.
But it must be a straight line.
Yes.
So if I look up in the sky straight up, where's the circle that tangent line is touching the circle?
Okay. All I was establishing was
it wouldn't,
that
right?
It doesn't. Okay. Someone just said right before this that when you're looking at the horizon line, that means you're looking 6 foot above the horizon line. It does not mean
because you said it's a straight line.
6 feet tall.
Yeah, if you're 6 feet tall, your line of sight being a straight line will be 6 foot above the horizon.
So what you're telling me is I can't draw a straight line from my 6 foot observer height to the horizon.
Not without looking down 6 feet.
No, you got to look down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is a tangent line cannot be pointed, can't have a downward angle.
What are you talking about, Sean? Are you saying
what you're saying? Okay. Hang on. Okay. Right. You asked me. You just asked me. You just said no. The horizon doesn't rise to your eye level. I said when you're standing
George,
at six.
George
When you're
said
standing
it
at
did.
6
Got
foot.
pictures of it.
Who did?
George.
Oh, I'm not George. I don't give a fuck what he said. I'm telling you right now. If I'm standing,
All right.
my bad. I forgot. I'm
That
not
works
supposed to cuss.
convenient,
My bad.
doesn't it?
I guess so. But at 6 foot, if I look down to the horizon, I can still draw a tangent line and have that tangent point at the horizon. It doesn't have to be level.
Would you
straight
be
off your eyes.
presupposing a geometric curve?
No, you can get a theodolite.
What's the tangent point touching then?
Wait. So you're telling me when you're 6 foot observer height and you're looking at the horizon is at your eye level? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then can I look at the horizon? Which means, yes, I would be looking 6 foot lower than my eye level. I can do that, right?
Yeah, if you lie down on the beach.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing, right? Yeah,
okay.
parallel.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
so that's 1 point. Then that next tangent point is the horizon. So I don't have to look level. I can look down.
What next? Tangent point? What's that?
Yeah, the horizon.
What do you mean next?
Okay, who just read that?
Above.
Who just read?
A line going 6 foot above the horizon from your eyes.
Who just read the
circle anywhere,
Who just read the definition for the tangent? Who did that?
No, I didn't. That's not what a tangent is.
I asked who did, because whoever read that.
I didn't read it. I told you that off the top of my head.
Yeah. Okay, say it again, please.
The tangent line is a straight line that touches a circle at a point. That point is called the tangent point of the line.
And it's perpendicular to the radius.
And with that said, does that mean my tangent line cannot be 6 foot lower than my observer height?
What do you mean your tangent line?
The line of sight.
Actually, it doesn't, Sean. It actually,
okay.
Yes.
It has.
It means you've got no chance of that because.
So what you're saying, Beth?
Please,
No. I'm trying to clarify.
Sean,
so what you're saying is at 6 foot elevation height.
Sean.
Okay.
I'm going to mute you, Sean, if you don't get some mic disciplines on your side, because at the moment you're over talking virtually everybody.
Proposition 16, Book 3, Sean, proves that you cannot have two tangents to a circle, even if you pre-assume that you're standing on one. It's not possible. It's impossible. There's propositions and proofs that prove it's impossible.
What are you talking? What does two tangent lines have to do with this discussion? We're only talking about one.
Mention that, Sean.
You said two.
I did not. I said points. I didn't say two tangent lines. I said 2 points.
A tangent line doesn't have 2 points.
You just. Why don't you say what you said again? Because you just got done saying it.
A tangent line is a straight line that touches a circle at a point.
Okay.
That tangent point is attached to the straight line.
Okay, so if
it could extend indefinitely.
Sean, let him finish.
Observer, he did. So if the observer is 0.1, what would be the second point? The part that touches the circle, which means you would be looking down if you're at 6 foot elevation.
So you've turned eyesight into a tangent line somehow?
You can have a tangent line with your line of sight. You can't. So you're telling me you can't look in a straight line?
Sean,
I asked a question. Can you look in a straight line?
Yeah. Yes, you can, Sean.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I make
very good?
Okay, if I drew a line from my eyes to the horizon, would that be a straight line?
Is your point of your eyesight touching the surface?
Nope.
Wait a minute. No. Can I get this one, Sean?
Okay,
Sean,
so then so I'm clear. So what you're telling me is that from my line of sight, you can't look in a straight line to the horizon.
Sean, I've muted him, Bev. Go ahead.
Right, Sean, can you
he's
draw
left.
a straight line? Right, well, this is for everybody else listening. Can you draw a straight line from your eyes to the horizon? Simple answer. No, you can't. Don't fucking ask anybody to do it either.
No, that's ridiculous.
Fucking hell. Sorry.
It's okay, Bev.
Oh fuck, he left?
Yep.
I just
Well,
came back.
I did
had to
warn
do
him
something.
that. I did warn him if he kept over talking people, I'd mute him. He kept over talking people, I muted him. He left.
Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. That's all he's got though. He just does not stop talking. Just does not want to listen.
By the way, did you tell him, because I wasn't listening for the past, I don't know, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, did you tell him what is really a tangent line?
He wouldn't have it.
No. He's got though. He just stop talking. Just does not want to listen.
He wasn't having it. This is if I don't know if y'all missed the last conversation we had with him. He's trying to cover his ass because the last time he came in, he said that a 10 to 16 mile observation out and seeing drop is good enough evidence for him. So, yeah.
Well, that was frustrating because Sean just showed us he hasn't got a clue about geometry. These people that we've been dealing with that say they're brain boxes, Sean didn't even know what a fucking tangent is. That's really bad. He's just decided to make the Earth curve calculator the definition of what he thinks geometry is.
When he was asked that, he asked you what a tangent was. You told him 3 times definition, and yet he kept coming back saying you haven't told me.
They're not allowed to listen, right? They're not allowed to listen to whatever I say, are they? There's an order gone out. If Bev says something, just because it really gets him annoyed or something, they'll be saying, I reckon. But that should be embarrassing for anybody listening into that. If there's any Globers that think similar to Sean, that's not going to go very far, that. If you're just imagining you're looking somewhere and that's a tangent. I heard Fight the Flat Earth say that ages ago when we were going over the Miles Davis picture. Your eye line is a tangent. Ridiculous.
We've had that argument so many times. It's like they trap you into the tangent. They still want to redefine what a tangent is. So you're kind of, it's one of those setup deals.
Well,
because even if your eyes
and the angles and everything are all based around that tangent and the angles and all of that, everything's based around it. But I mean, like DP was right. He wants to curve it. It's a point, but it's like the same as the horizontal point at a horizontal at a point.
Well,
it's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, for me, what he was doing was he wanted to go first, playing tic-tac-toe. You know, you can win every time if you go first. You know, because he wanted to argue about the tangent line, and then when you argue about the definition of it, it's almost like you're giving him that even if you did put your eyes on the surface, it's a tangent, which it's not. It's just, it's a horrible circular thing.
He was asking, after everything, he'd say, I didn't even ask that anyway. And you're like, brought it up, mate.
Yeah, she's listening for the first, well, she gets frustrated. She's like a lot of people listening.
So, yeah, I get really annoyed. Really annoyed. This is why I don't do this. But Bev, if he's getting really annoyed, that takes a lot of time for him to get really annoyed. So,
well, Sean should know better, right? Sean's coming in here trying to fix the problems that everyone else has made.
Globers say.
What was that?
I was saying the shit the Globers say.
Oh,
yeah.
It said I heard globbers then. I hear it's not so good.
Yeah, that's got to be embarrassing. If who's the next Glober that's going to have to come in and fix that shit? Because that was embarrassing.
Honestly, I was trying to get WS, but that'll never happen.
No.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
Too much of a keyboard warrior, that one, Rob.
Right? I know. And I'm the one that's confused.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got a clear sunset.
Oops. I just poked him
Yeah,
in the
it's
head.
all right. Gonna get a good sunset again.
That's real.
I might go and take some more sunset pictures, see if they're inferior to yours again, Beth.
Just mute, yeah.
Have I lost sound?
Nope.
Oh.
Just at
Is
McDonald's.
there anything we can put on?
Wow, Buster could actually sing for us, but I don't think he's at home.
I think he's working. Me too. I gotta get back to it.
No, I'm still doing DP's job for him.
I know, it's terrible you have to do that.
It is actually. This is my least favorite thing to do.
Poor Buster only wanted to ask him one thing, and he asked, "Can I ask you something?" And the fucking guy, like, right on the lesson, no.
I will say fair enough, because he did have a lot of people coming at different angles. So I was willing to.
That's true. Yeah.
I can't stand him talking shite.
Yeah, how many times do you have to explain the definition of a tangent to him?
It's not that, Rob. For me, I've seen this before. It happens like over and over and over again, where they want to convolute or misconstrue the definition just so you'll get into the argument, and then once you start talking about a tangent, then it's relevant. And it's a real geometric term, but it has nothing to do with your eyesight or measurements that you do in the field.
Well, I think
calculator. Yeah.
His entire argument is based around the fact that they've got a misunderstanding of a tangent. That's why they have to stick to it for so long.
Well, it's the relativism. That's why I asked if the curve calculator had definitions written into it, because I've never heard that they define things within that calculator. I mean, did they redefine tangent, or did they redefine terms just so you can use a calculator? First I heard of that.
Yeah, well, you can't redefine a tangent, can you?
Well, that's why I was asking him, because he was redefining it, and he said, "Yeah, that's what it's in the Google it." I'm like, first off, yeah. Anyway,
I've only just got back online again. My internet keeps cutting out. So I've just managed to go back and look at the comments in the YouTube, and you've got Yossi in there.
Oh, nice.
Yep, he only comes there for entertainment. And then Blue Marble's in there. You've also got Jose appeared.
Wow.
And seems to be just really wanting everybody to know that he was kicked from the server. I wondered if he... Apparently he's been banned from here.
Oh, yeah, they like
here.
They like that, don't they?
Yeah, I had a nice conversation with him once. Another day I jumped in to watch fights. They say, oh no, Jose is here, and they kicked me. Sad face.
That's not this. Is he talking about a different server? I think he might be, you know.
Yeah.
He's not talking about this server, is he?
No idea. I'm not sure Jose even knows.
Yeah, he doesn't, because everybody else should know, though. This server, Jose isn't even a member of, is he? Never been a member of it. Just try clicking the link, Jose.
Mm-hmm. Blue Marble Science is, he's swearing and YouTube's not liking it. And he's put, yeah, they say stupid shit like, when you say tangent, are you assuming a bull? Please tell me how in the hell you have a tangent to a straight line? Question mark.
Tangent, he's not on about Rumpus's tangent to a horizontal, is he? I hope so. He's a dickhead on Twitter that said that.
Tangent to the horizontal. Oh my.
And who's changed their name, their YouTube name, to Bloody Hell?
I don't know.
It's one of the Glovers, the usual suspects, but they've got a new name on YouTube.
And Blue swearing. That's not like Blue.
Right. Maybe other server. There's no server link. Oh, do I have to do everything for you, Jose? Hang on.
Does he want to come in?
Yeah, Blue's been pretty vile lately. The other night you were live, he was saying some really ugly things on the chat.
Yeah, when you start losing all the arguments, you might start getting a little bitter.
Yeah, I get the feeling Blue might be a Twitter guy. Blue might have an account on Twitter.
And Blue knows he's got some splaining to do.
The funny thing is, I'd probably just welcome him to our side, no problem. Repent. Just repent. It's easy.
I'm going to set the camera on.
How do you repent in this server, by the way? If you're coming from the Globe side. What would that look like?
Sorry guys, I was wrong. Let's have a discussion.
I literally think that saying out loud in voice chat once and then never again, you don't have to do it again, but saying out loud once that a line.
Right, Jose's just. Sorry, what's up? Jose's just turned up and I've just given him live stream roles.
Hi there, Jose. No voice chat here.
What's up, Potato? Jose.
Here he is.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey there.
Welcome to the Potato Fam.
Yeah, maybe it was a different server. I don't think I was ever part of this one. There was a previous server where you used to watch fights, and I was like, I jumped in to watch fights and said like, oh, Jose is here. Boop! I disappeared. I said, what happened? Damn it! I only wanted to watch fights, but I think you had a previous server. Oh well, fresh start, right?
Well, you're here now.
He's just realised that he hasn't got a memory card for the camera, so we're just left with our phones to take pictures of the sunsets and all.
What a moron.
I'm here to entertain the conversation. I only heard like the last 2 minutes that Sean G was here.
Yeah, well, that was a waste of time.
Why? Chunji is ace. He got good answers.
He doesn't know what a tangent is.
Oh, he had nothing but questions.
What is a tangent?
Oh God!
Rob,
You're not
Line
here as
touching
well.
the
off you
circle.
go, Rob. Explain it to Jose.
Seriously, I got a lot of work to do, but it's a straight line that touches a circle at a point, and it could extend indefinitely beyond the circle, but it only touches the circle at one point.
Nice. So it's a like a V in a V shape, or is it just straight? So the land go up, touches the straight line from your eyes, and then goes down again. How does it work then?
No, a
You don't really
tangent's a
think that the
straight
land
line.
actually goes up to your eye level.
So the line goes down, touches the surface of the line outside, the line of the eye, touches the land, going down slightly, and then go up. Is that it?
No, Sean made this mistake too. Your eyesight is not a tangent line.
Yeah, it's not. You gotta like if I want to look at the horizon, my eye is slightly looking down. I mean, it's not barely measurable. With our eyes, it's not measurable. But if I'm looking out to the horizon, so I'm looking slightly down, and then that line will continue straight, but it's just gonna touch that point in the horizon.
Jose, we are talking about geometry.
Yeah, but
when
you
we
have
are
to
talking about
presuppose that
simple
it's a
tangent
circle.
line.
Sorry, there was two people talking. I didn't hear it.
Sorry, Rob, go on, Rob.
No, man, please.
Mhm.
I have to get some
Okay,
work
no
done.
problem. So the basic problem that you are having right now, Jose, is that we are not talking about right now, not yet. We are not talking about the observation. We are only talking about the tangent line. That's in geometry.
Okay, but I need visuals. I mean, in order for me to see this math and
I
the
can give it
geometry.
to you again.
Go ahead.
One
Sorry, I
moment.
was
Give
trying
me
to
one
answer,
moment.
but go ahead. I'm not answering until you
Give
let me know that I can
question.
answer.
So here you go. There is your visualization, according to the other guy, by the way.
So when we talk about this math and geometry and stuff, I gotta visualize something like a surface or something, physical that I'm standing on. I cannot visualize math without visuals. No pun intended.
That's why I gave you the picture. Can you see live chat?
Logos. Yeah, but so what is this red dot and the black dot and the P? What is it? Explain it to me.
Yeah, that's the bad one. That's what Sean was talking about. He thinks that a tangent line touches the circle at 2 points.
I never heard Sean saying that.
He said it like 3 times. But okay.
No, but all right. So I'm standing, and if you're trying to find one tangent line, so that tangent line is going to be in the horizon, the one I'm looking at, the one my eye line,
No
a
horizon.
laser in my brain. I'm shooting a laser light straight, and it's touching that horizon. And then where that point touch the horizon, that's the tangent right there, and then I can throw a plumb there.
I have to say it again. Seems like that we are right now. We are only talking about geometry because we are talking about a tangent line, nothing else. No Earth, no looking out, no observation, just the tangent line.
So can you explain in an example in real life, in real world, so I can picture it in my mind?
What do you mean by in real life?
In the real world, you're talking about a math as a concept, as an equation. Can you explain to me with some kind of an object or surface so I can imagine it?
Yes. Here, I will take a moment. I will take a moment to go to the whiteboard. Can you see my screen?
Very cool.
Yeah, I see it now.
I will erase this, spin it up for like a month, this water level on my whiteboards. We have a circle. We have a straight line. Pretend it's straight, okay? This point right, that's the tangent point. This line must be straight to be a tangent.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Alright,
And
cool.
also
Could you-
perpendicular to the radius, Rob.
Could you
Your
draw
tangent.
one more line, Rob? One more, yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Cool.
That's all I can do for now.
So do you see that? Did you see that, Jose?
Yeah, I saw that.
I think it met your requirements. It was made in real life, right?
Yeah. But, I mean,
Very cool.
somehow, yeah. Very cool, yeah.
These-
Perfect. I don't disagree with you. So
These people that are around here, these are very cool people.
yeah, I don't
Yes,
disagree with that.
no.
So what? We don't have then any. There's no disagreement.
So
Fair.
there's your answer, by the way. That's one of your answers. As to
The
what
problem is,
tangent line.
you guys are thinking that the Earth is that circle with no proof.
This drawing that you did have nothing to do with the Earth. Now, if we want to use an example of the Earth, I will be a tangent line standing on here. If you want to see it as just one point that touches, and then you can shoot a line anywhere from my body. A straight line anywhere, and yeah, I will be that tangent line. Now, if I want to talk about a tangent line as me as an observer, and I want to look at the tangent line, I will be looking. Then I can go to the beach or a big lake and look at the tangent line. Would be the horizon. No
Sorry,
disagreements
you
there.
were breaking up. Can you repeat? What would you be looking at?
I will be looking at the horizon, the apparent junction between the sky and the earth. Yes, I will be looking at that, and that will be
No,
the
because-
tangent line.
For a second, I was hearing that you, as a tangent line, would look at a tangent line, but okay.
Yeah, no disagreements. Fair, thank you.
By
So
the
that's
way,
what
have
Sean-
you seen
that's what Sean Yu was
Ben's
saying.
videos?
That's what Sean Ji was saying. What do you guys disagree with him?
That's what he said. You can look it back anytime you want. It's on YouTube, I think. It's all on YouTube. You can rewind it wherever you want. It was about 25 minutes ago when he said that.
Yeah. I heard the before he got muted. I heard that, and he was saying exactly what I say now.
What was he
So there was
saying?
no disagreement.
What was he saying, Jose? Run me through it because I missed it.
Tangent line. So I want to throw a tangent line. I want to tell you where the tangent line is. So I want to give you a tangent line. I start in the shore of the beach, on the shore of the sea, and I look at the horizon. The point over there would be a tangent line where my eyesight hit the horizon. That's the tangent line. No disagreement there.
There's no disagreement. You can't have a point as a line.
And I never agreed that your eyesight is a tangent line. So what do you
No,
mean?
I don't say. Yeah, I don't say the eyesight is the tangent line. But if in the first person, I want to look at a tangent line, I gotta see it with something, and I'm not gonna see it with my finger. I gotta see it with my
Yeah.
eyes.
I never agreed that eyesight is a tangent line.
Yeah. Neither did I. We're good. We're still agreeing with each other.
No. Sean was implying that his eyesight was the tangent line.
No.
Only-
Hang on.
That's not what he meant. No.
Yes, he did.
You guys misunderstood him.
Oh.
That's why.
Oh, really?
That's not what he
Hang
meant.
on.
That's not what he
Hang
meant.
on.
Oh, now I get it. Okay.
Hang on. He said more than once his line of sight was his tangent line, Jose. Did you not hear that part?
No, you guys misunderstood him and I
He
misrepresented
made
him.
us look it up.
Unfortunate,
He made us-
unfortunate.
He made us look up tangent line of sight, Jose. Why are you being dishonest? He made us look it up.
No, I'm being as most honest as possible, and I'm not going to call anybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
I'm not going to
did
call
you-
anybody
as honest
dishonest.
as
Did you
possible.
hear
Very
him
cool,
make
man.
us look that up? Because I looked it up. You know, he
I
made us.
don't.
He asked
I
us
don't
to
look
look
it
it up, right? Tangent line of sight. The thing you're denying he said. He actually asked me to look it up, and I looked it up. So now, are you denying that he said that still?
All right, so I can look at a tangent line. So my
You're not going
eye
to answer
line.
my simple question.
Sean G, he can come back and he can answer
Yeah,
himself.
that's what I
He's a grown
thought.
up.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man. So he's a grown up. He can talk on himself. I mean, I'm not here to talk about.
Well, why were you
I'm
defending
here.
him and lying for him?
No, I'm not lying, not defending
You
him. I'm
just said he didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm just interpreting it in a different way that
just
you
here to
all
argue
interpreted
then?
it. No.
Wow.
I'm here to have a conversation, but you want to argue, I guess. I'll mute
No,
myself until you chill a little bit.
Okay, go ahead, mute yourself, and I'll tell you what Jose just did. He just came on here and tried to tell us that Sean didn't mean to say that or never said it. And then when I pointed out that he clearly said it more than once, just like the other guy just said that he said it more than once, which he did. And then he made us look up the definition, tangent line of sight. I posted it in the chat right afterwards. And now Jose doesn't want to back up what he said that Sean G never mentioned that. I wonder why. Conversation over.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your feedback.
I just wanted to ask you, what do you look at? You just said like 2 seconds ago you are looking at a tangent line in reality. That's what you said.
I mean, not in reality, but any point in the horizon that you are looking at, you can put a tangent line right there in any point, arbitrary point that you look at in the horizon.
How would the tangent line look like if it was a globe?
How will it look like? Like a line?
Parallel to the ground?
Only if you
Or...
presuppose a globe, though.
I'm still confused. So now a tangent line is just where that point apparently touches the outside at one point of a circle, perpendicular to that point. It's an observation now? I think you're confused.
Yes, maybe. Explain it further. Please elaborate.
Yeah, that's not what a tangent line is. The definition is clearly defined. When you bring in observations, you have to use, I don't know what definition you want to use now. That's what Sean G was trying to push. A different meaning to a tangent line. When you get away from geometry and you get into observation to an apparent position in the atmosphere, basically where the sky meets the ground, then that definition of tangent changes. Strange, man.
Yeah, if there's a specific question or comment you guys want to make, let me know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Do you know the definition of a tangent line when you're doing observations versus a tangent line in geometry? Because I don't.
No, neither do I. I don't need to know a definition to know how
If
stuff
you're-
look and work in reality.
You don't need to know the definition to know whether you're using it correctly or not? That doesn't
Exactly.
make any sense. That's
It does to
logic
me.
to you?
It does to me. Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay,
It makes
fair enough. You live in fantasy world.
definitions. No, definitions doesn't dictate my reality.
That's like Ruhit philosophy there.
Say that again, man.
That's
Hang
great.
on, hang on,
That's-
hang on, hang on,
that's
hang on.
great.
Sorry, we've got a super chat.
Yep.
We've got a super chat. It just says Jose is a moron for $5.99.
No, that's not right.
Hello?
I don't
Hello.
condone that. I don't believe that either. But I
We are
mean, say
interpreting
what you just
Jose
said
in the
again.
wrong way.
Well, I was just doing what Jose does on his show. Is that not allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, hit that super chat, guys.
Yeah. If it's written, I have to read it, no matter how fucking disgusting it is.
You're just the messenger.
Jose, you know, we don't actually have super chats here, just so you know.
Oh.
Emma being sassy again.
Who, me? Because I say dog. I gotta have fun, you know.
Is your name Emma now?
Oh, sorry.
I hope not. I really hope not, Jose, because you will not be able to type in Brandon's chat if you call yourself Emma. Sorry.
No, you're correct that I cannot type in Brandon's chat. I'm already blocked there.
Oh, are you? Well, okay, but my name is actually listed under the profanities.
You guys have something in common.
Shit.
Yeah, they
you
listed
cannot.
Emma as a profanity.
Yeah, so anyone out there, I apologise. If your name is Emma, you can no longer type in Brandon's YouTube chat because I called Ranty a wanker.
So much love in there. So much love in there, man. I feel it in the air.
Jose, man, you
Yeah.
want to take that
It's
back? Were you trolling when you said that definitions don't have no meaning?
Yeah, definitions don't dictate my reality because I don't need to know. Listen, hear me out. I don't need to know the definition of an asteroid. I got an asteroid. I'm having a smoke. And it's like, what is an asteroid? It's an I can make out the definition. It's an apparatus so I can put my ashes. That's it. I mean, that doesn't change the work that the asteroid does, even if I don't describe it or I don't read the actual definition. So it's a fact.
Do you think a doctor wants his nurse to know what a definition of a scalpel is if he asks for one?
Yeah, but none of us are experts on anything.
Speak for yourself, man.
What are you?
I'm an expert on a lot of things. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. But I'm not.
Internet
I'm being.
potatoes.
That happened. But today I haven't mentioned any of that, so let's try to leave it out. Now, if I am not, I might call myself an expert in drawing because I'm a good, I'm an artist. I can draw, but I don't consider myself an expert, and I don't need to know a definition of a pencil color or a piece of paper. I don't need to know the definition to be a good artist.
But Sean, Jose, you do realise that a tangent is within mathematics, like the foundations of mathematics. You don't presume that you can just choose your definitions in mathematics, do you?
That's why I don't want to dictate the way I live and the way I see reality because of definitions and because it has to work this way because the definitions and all the papers tell me so. No, that's not the way I see stuff.
So is that just due to the definition of a tangent then? Or how you use the word that you're talking? Because you're just talking about looking at something, aren't you? You're not going to use the word tangent for looking at something, surely.
A point. I can use the word point or vertical or horizontal or angle or freaking diagonal. I can use any of these terms because I know the language. I know the words, but I don't need to know the definition for me to try to explain something or trying to understand something. I don't need to know the definition. I just need to understand it.
It's a very definite word.
You're dying here.
Yeah, it is a very, very, very definite word. I mean, it is just a straight line, but it's a straight line that touches a circle at the point where it's perpendicular to the radius. I mean, it's not.
Congratulations, you know definitions. Yeah, that's good because you guys here know definitions.
Jose,
a lot of them.
Jose, it's not because of that. It's because it's a proof. You try it. Draw a line that touches a circle at any point, right? It will be perpendicular to the point when you touch the radius to that point.
Yeah, like in the horizon, if I'm looking. I thought you were
true every time.
Yeah, like if I'm looking at the horizon on the beach and I'm looking at that one point where the little boat is, that will be my tangent line where that point hits right there. I say, yeah, that is my tangent.
No, it won't. It won't. If you choose to represent like that, then you'll get really stuck.
You know what? I tell you one better. I give you one better. I'm looking at my neighbor's house. I'm looking at the little pipe right there underneath. That's my tangent line. Let me look to my left. The tire under the car. That's a tangent right there. Oh, a cop is sitting in front of me. That's a tangent right there.
That's your
Infinite
line
number
of
of
sight,
tangents.
Jose.
I'm done here.
That's your line of sight, not your tangent.
Wow.
I don't even. I think you're just trying to switch the words around to defend Sean G for some reason.
So I think somebody hit the definition. There are infinite number of tangents, and I have to agree with that because in this asteroid there's a tangent line I can throw in there. In the cigarette box next to it, tangent line everywhere around us, everywhere.
Yeah, on a circle, a single point, infinite amount of points, where a straight line hits that circle at that single point is the tangent line, perpendicular to that point. Not your line of sight. It can be your line of sight. That's two different things. Jose,
But
please.
I haven't mentioned line of sight. I'm mentioning it. This point right here, that's a tangent. This is the asteroid. This cigarette box, that's the tangent line right there. What is wrong with that? Why do you disagree with that?
You've described with your words, which do have meanings. Every word you've used has meaning.
So I need to
Is line of
explain.
sight when you talk about observations to your neighbor's house. No.
So if
don't
I
know
say,
you cut out Jose.
no, there's somebody like buzzing. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
I think
there's
it's
some background noise.
on the level. I think it's.
He's in his car. Give him some slack.
I want to say a statement. My name is Jose. Okay, let me define my. Let me look on the dictionary my. Let me look on the definition of name. Let me look for the definition of is, and then Jose will be my name. Do you need all of that to know that my name is Jose? Or can you just understand the statement? My name is Jose.
But we've already understood that. We've already done that. We've already processed it. When you say you're looking at your neighbor's house, we know what you're talking about. And it's not
perfect.
a tangent.
Well, wait a
Well,
minute. You learned a
you
second
disagree.
language. No, wait, you learned a second language. My hat's off to you. But you didn't need to know the definition of words when you learned a second language?
That's what I wanted to say.
That's
Sorry. Yeah.
correct. That is correct. You are correct. I just needed to know the word house. The word house in English. Well, I know casa is house now. How do you say car in English? Well, it's carro. I mean, vice versa, or the opposite. But yeah, I don't need to know the definition. I need to know the translation only.
But then how would we communicate with each other? Come on. If we have
Because
different
I can
definitions
translate.
for everything. No,
I can translate it.
Listen a bit, please. If you just make up things as you go when you are talking, then how would anybody would ever understand you?
And that's why I just don't make words as I go. I learn the definition. I learn the translation of the words.
And you learnt the definition in your original language. So the translation is definitional according to the definition that you learnt in your original language, Jose.
Not necessarily, dude. My grandpa lived 80 years and he just went to first grade. In first grade, you don't learn all the definitions
I don't care
of everything.
about your grandpa.
He was a very articulated person like me. I mean, in Spanish,
sure
I'm
your
very
grandpa
articulated.
did know the
And I tell you what.
Let me know when I can.
Jose.
Let me know when I can finish my statement.
I'm sure
Yeah,
your
we can't
grandpa did
overtalk.
know the definition of words and what words mean, Jose.
You have
And
to know
you-
when to use words. Otherwise, you'd just be spouting nonsense, which I guess you do anyway. But
It is a nonsensical argument. This is nonsense. It has no logical sense. It doesn't make any sense to anyone except for Jose. It's nonsense.
Jose, you say you're an artist. How do you know when to use a paintbrush and not a toothbrush? How do you know when to use a pencil and not a marker? You need to know what these words define.
No, because I haven't been lobotomized and I got a mind.
Well, you
I
know,
understand.
you know what the definition of a pencil is. You know what the definition of a paintbrush is. You know what the definition of a toothbrush is. You know when to use a toothbrush and not a paintbrush.
Okay, I go. Pencil. I'm gonna define pencil. It's a piece of stick. I think it comes from a tree with some kind of with something like black ink. I don't know how it's done. I don't know the definition, but I know what a pencil is, what it does. Boom! Proven wrong. I don't know what the definition of pencil is.
Oh my God,
Jose.
Jose. Jesus, bro.
You are such an
Wait.
obfuscating fool. It's
Whatever, man.
unbelievable.
This is a
I'm being
waste.
real. I'm being the most
You're a
honest.
waste. No, you're not. You're being a
That was
waste.
funny.
But I don't need to know I don't need to know the definitions of every single word in order to understand my reality.
You were taught what a pencil was. You used your mind to remember that. The definition of a pencil is what you were taught. You can be
Yes,
taught
I
a
was-
pencil is a. Hang on, let me finish. You can be taught that a pencil is a light pole that holds a light over a street at a very young age. And when someone mentions pencil, when you're 30, you're going to think it's a light pole. You were taught what that is, Jose. For goodness sakes, man.
And I am
You're
glad.
trolling, right? You're trolling.
Oh, I thought you were done. And I'm glad that I was taught that a pencil was actually the pencil. This little piece of stick with something that
Yeah, the
inside black
definition.
thing that right. No, I
Yeah,
don't know
what
the
about the
definition of
simple
pencil.
So-
What is the definition
so
of
if-
pencil? Anybody?
So if somebody says a word to you and you don't know what it is, they use a word that you've never heard of before. You don't think it would be important to know the definition of that word so you can keep carrying on a conversation?
I give you an example. Mischievous. I learned that word a few weeks ago, and I say, what? Mischievous. They typed it. I say, what is that? Oh, it's somebody that like to play jokes, and it's like a little like woohoo, and like throw a little rock and hide their hand. I say, all right, I understand mischievous. And I can translate that in this Spanish word. I don't need to know exactly the definition. They say, well, it's like something like
You
this.
did
If
need
you
to know
wanna
the
talk about the
definition.
definition, if you want to
You
talk
just
about the
gave
definition,
the
that is
definition
fair
of
then.
that word.
You didn't know what it was, and they told you what the definition was, and now you know what the meaning of it is. So now when you use mischievous, you're not going to use it to describe a circle.
Exactly.
Jose, come on. Yeah, exactly. You know the meaning. So you're not going to use the word tangent for something else.
Well, I see a tangent in front of me, that big tree. That's a tangent.
No.
The tree is a tangent.
I mean, and this cup that I'm holding with ice in here is a tangent.
Jose,
Even
how
my
is the
squeaky
tree-
earth is a
how is
tangent.
the tree a tangent,
This is
Jose?
a troll.
Please explain how a tree is a tangent.
There are
Game-
infinite amount of tangents.
game
Anywhere
over.
that you look at, there's a tangent in there.
Explain to me how the tree is a tangent, please, Jose.
I explain to you again. There are infinite amount of tangents wherever
No,
you look at.
How is a
You're not gonna let
tree
me.
a tangent, Jose? That's the
Because-
question I'm asking you.
And I'm answering you my way. If you don't like the answer, oh well, but I'm trying to answer it. There are infinite amount of tangents, and wherever I look, if I want to point my finger and say that's a tangent, that little piece of wood on there, that's a tangent. Period, because it's fact.
A tree is a tangent, Jose. 2021.
Everything. My squeaky earth is a tangent. My cigarette box is a
Everything
tangent.
else, like that, Jose, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Anything you
You're
look
breaking
at
up,
and you
Ben.
point at and say, that's a tangent, that could be a tangent.
I think you recapped what I say. Yeah, anything I can look at and I can point at and I can see, I can make a tangent out of it. Yes.
Like, that's not a tangent.
I mean, if you don't want to accept that as a tangent, that's yours. That's your bad, not mine.
You've been told the definition of a tangent. You're just choosing not. It just be dumb.
If that's what you've been
That's
told,
ignorance.
then... Well, no, we might have been told it. I can fully believe that someone like Ranty and WX and Sean G will have told Jose that's what a tangent is. But they've lied to you, Jose. They've lied to you, and you're making a fool out of yourself by repeating it.
And I
It's very
stand
deep,
behind
yes.
every single word that I say. And I'm not trolling. That's the
Well,
way I
I
understand
showed
it.
you.
You
You're
can
not
clip that.
trolling.
You can
Tangent
clip
was.
that. That's the way I understand it, and that's the way I coming across. Not playing definitions game. This is me and my understanding. You can clip that and put it up anywhere if you want.
But I showed
I'm
you
not trolling.
what a
That's
tangent
what I
You're
know.
not trolling.
Should we call it acting or what?
Well, again, I'll go back to my analogy. If the nurse says, I don't need to know what the definition of a scalpel is, and he asks for one and she keeps handing him tweezers, Well, that's your problem, not mine, because I don't.
You don't need to know the definition of a scalpel. You learn. I mean, you in medicine, yes, but if I'm walking by and a doctor is healing somebody because there was a riot, they say, "Give me the scalpel." I say,
Down a
"What's a scalpel?"
driveway,
Wait.
real
I
long
thought I was
driveway that
talking.
curves
I thought I was
back to a
talking.
house, and it's got
I
all of this, right?
I thought I
And
was
he's blaming it on the keyway, and I'm going, no, that's just where
he's
the
not liking.
No, it's all the minerals in the ground right here.
Right.
I can't control what's minerals are in the ground.
Right.
There's no.
That's what I'm trying to tell
It's
him.
like everything else. I mean, look, it comes
Sorry,
out right here, too.
Rakia, I'm going to stick you on
What's
mute.
coming out of
So
Right.
if I'm walking through a crime and it was a bomb, they say, "They do, hey, give me the scalpel. It's inside the bag." And I open the bag. Holy shit! What's a scalpel? Is that little long thing with the tip looks like this? This one, yes. I don't need to know the definition of it.
You misconstrued what I said.
And that was my first time ever seeing a scalpel, and I don't need any definition of it. Now, somebody that studies medicine, they need to know what a scalpel is because they got drawing illustrations and they got videos showing them what a scalpel is. Boom.
Yeah, but you just were saying earlier, my definition of a tangent is anywhere it's a tree. And he tried to tell you what the definition was, and you said that's your problem, not mine, because you don't want to know
Yeah,
what
because
the
I'm
real
not.
definition is. So if I'm a nurse in a hospital and I say, I'll give him these tweezers every time. If you think that's a scalpel, then that's your problem, not mine.
So I'm not trying to give you the definition of a tangent. I'm trying to talk about
You
the
said a
tangent.
tree
I'm
was a
telling you.
tangent.
You did.
But dude, if you want to hear me out now, maybe the complete statement. I'm not trying to tell you the definition of a tangent. Maybe that's what you're asking, but I'm not giving you the definition because I don't got a Google open and I never learned what a tangent is, and I'm not learning it today. I'm giving you my understanding of what a tangent is.
You're just calling things tangent. That's all.
Yes, any single point, infinite amount of points that I can look at, that could be that is a tangent.
That's your
I'm gonna call you an
misinformed
idiot.
idea of what a tangent is, Jose.
I'm
And
gonna
all
call
you
you
were
an idiot,
doing,
but it means something else for me, so sorry.
all I was going to say was you're showing what an idiot you are.
I appreciate that. I promise I'm not going to call anybody's names or get triggered for it.
I'm not triggered. You're just being an idiot.
Thanks again.
No worries.
Four times today. 4-time personal
Shall I-
attack, but it's okay.
Shall I say it again? It's not a personal attack, Jose.
Call
All
in
right,
the lawyer.
that's
Call
it.
in the
I
lawyer.
want a fucking turn now.
Oh.
You're fucked now, aren't you, Pudskis? I'm just kidding. I'm just listening.
Do you need a lawyer after these personal attacks, Jose?
Nah. Any other
Okay,
like maybe
okay.
point or topics you want to talk about? Not necessarily have to do with definitions because definitions don't dictate my reality.
Which is probably why your reality is so lost.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you don't know what a tangent is, Jose. I mean, that's not our problem, right? It's basic geometry, and if you don't know what it is, then again, we've told you a few times, and you just won't listen. You say you're not worth. You will not look into it, and you won't learn anything. So I mean, that's good, but the person who's told you a tangent is anything you look at with infinite points, they've told you wrong.
But do you think if I wanted to learn this definition, and if I was interested, that I'm not interested in learning a definition so I can preach it forward, if I was interested, I'm not going to learn it here because I don't see any of you as with the capability of giving me these definitions because you guys don't believe that the earth is a sphere. You guys don't believe in reality. You guys don't think the reality that we live in. How can I?
The person who's told you it has lied to you. They've misinformed you. Now, that's not our problem. Like I say, you want to make yourself look stupid by not knowing what a tangent is and thinking it's anything you can point at. Well, that's on you. Like, you're doing that. And I particularly get pissed off at the person that's told you. Or the person that's told you not to worry about it. That you don't actually need the definitions in mathematics. Well, yeah, you do. especially if you're talking about shape of things and wanting to talk about circles, then it's fundamental that you understand all of the different things within geometry and the circle. Not our problem, Jose.
So if I like
I
to
suggest you have a look into it.
So if I like to learn about specific about in landscaping, I say like, what is this tool for? They say, no, don't worry about it. This tool is not this, it's not that. If I want to learn about Earth and the reality we live in, I want to learn the definition of tangent of a group of people that say Earth is not flat, but definitely it's not a globe either. What in the fuck is the shape of the Earth? And I will listen and I will learn what tangent is. Tell me what the shape of the Earth is. Maybe with an illustration.
Why do you need to know the shape?
Because we're talking about a
Why
tangent
does
and it's
it
very
matter?
pertinent to the shape of the Earth.
Shape of the Earth is not going to make your daily life any better or any worse. So why the fuck does it matter?
Because you guys trying to give me a definition of something that works in the Earth that can work in the surface of the Earth. I need to know the shape of the surface of the Earth first.
No, you don't. We're talking about geometry, Jose. What don't you understand about that?
Geometry. Geo is from the verb sphere or something like that, right? Like definitions.
Earth.
Yeah.
Geo.
Yeah.
Earth. Or do you not need to know the definition of that, Jose?
No, I don't, but I think I overheard. So I like Geo. Geo is from Earth.
Earth, yes.
Yeah, it's funny how
And
you
Earth
don't
is a
need
sphere,
to know
and Earth is
definitions,
a
and all
sphere.
of a sudden you're quoting definitions at us, Jose.
Yeah.
That's really
means,
funny, isn't it?
Yeah, Geom comes from Earth, and Earth is a sphere. So what? Then we agree.
A metra is measurement.
So Earth is a sphere. Yes.
According to your belief
You
system.
just said that.
According to evidence. According to all the evidence.
Is that what leads you to believe that every time you look at something, you can point at it and go, that's a tangent? Because of your belief of the Earth being a sphere?
I don't just believe it like some people believe in the Bible or a God. I know there is a sphere because of the evidence and the data gathered.
What evidence, Jose?
All the existing evidence from generation after generation.
Just give us your best. Just give us your best one, quick. Like,
no, I can give you one. I can give you the 1972 Blue Marble picture. I can give you any picture from this year. You want a 2021 picture of
That's
Earth
your
from
evidence.
space?
That's your evidence. A picture.
Do you want a video of Earth from space from this year?
Again, a series of pictures. Like, is that
How
what
can I
you've
share
got? A
something if
picture.
it's not- How can I share something if it's not a picture or video here with you?
Is that again? That's your best evidence. Is a picture.
No, that's just evidence.
Okay,
and
well,
how I
what's-
can share
what's your-
something
what's
else
your
besides
best?
picture or video.
What's your best evidence? Do you know the definition of best?
How can I share my best evidence?
Do you know the
if
definition of best?
How can I share my best evidence if
Like,
not with a
just tell
picture
us,
or a video?
Jose. Use words. Use the definitions of things to express what you're talking about, please.
You want a picture or a video?
No. I want you to express it using words, please.
No. That's not evidence. Words. Somebody can make shit up. Anybody can make shit up. I like evidence, visual evidence, that we can look at it and we can analyze it and say this is real or this is fake.
Okay, so you can't describe it because you don't know the definitions of anything. But when you get a picture, you can go, that. Is that why pictures are better? Because you can't use words?
Yes.
Okay. I get it.
And I get it that's why you don't like showing pictures or your illustration or
pictures,
how
Jose.
you imagine
Jose,
how
we've
you
got
picture things.
tons of pictures, Jose. We've got loads of them. We
Do you
just
want to see
don't
the latest
choose to
one?
use them as
Yeah.
proof for anything. We can use them for evidence, and we like to
No
look
proof.
at them.
Evidence, no proof. Evidence.
So you've got no proof
the
then?
No, I don't have any proof. I gotta prove that I'm human. Unless you
No, you
believe,
got-
like some people, that I could be something else.
No
besides
proof
human.
of Earth being a sphere then?
There's evidence, tons of evidence.
Yeah, but no proof is what I'm asking for. Do you have any
I don't have any proof.
Right.
No,
okay.
I haven't done anything to give
And
you proof. I
your
haven't done
best evidence is a picture.
picture or video. One of the hundreds of thousands and millions of pictures.
Have you took any of these pictures?
I have taken, not from the Earth, from space, but I have taken pictures, evidence of the curvature. Yeah.
Oh, where? Go on, give us that. If that's your best evidence.
I'm new here. Could you show me, please?
Yeah, I'll go into my channel and give you a video clip.
Thank you. I always want to learn, you know.
I mean, I think you're already seen this, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm willing to share it again. Maybe you can share that link with
from
you
Facebook, is it? Is it one of your pictures?
No, it's my footage. Yeah.
Wow.
I took this footage. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pause it. Do you want? I'm gonna give you the video I took, and then there's an analysis. The first comment in the top. There's a video analysis of it. If you also like to see it.
There's a video analysis.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that? See? I got you.
It's a video.
And let's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a video taken. P900 shows you the curvature of the Earth.
What?
Now, this one has more because I did this on my phone and somebody was nice enough to help me out with, you know, editing it, with adding the letter, the writing, and all the stuff. I did a very abstract on my phone, my original one, and the second one got all the data.
Is this the first one showing Google Earth on your phone?
I did that on my phone, yeah. I put the SD card from my P900 on the phone and I did the editing on my phone, yeah.
So where's the tangent?
Okay. Oh, you let me take a screenshot and point at the tangent. Hold on.
Well, I mean, it's everywhere, but on this picture, on this video, where is it?
Everywhere. Wow, you've got look at the bottom of that lighthouse. You've done a Ranty. You put the lighthouse underneath the water.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic, that.
All right, the X mark, if I'm looking, because I'm interested in the lighthouse, the X mark the tangent. Boom.
Tangent point, you mean, or?
Right, is that what you would call a horizon? In that picture?
Yeah, where the X is, look to the left of the X, look to the right, and that's the horizon right there, yeah. You can see it better on the video, you know.
Nice, a mid-picture horizon. These are good one. Has Ranty taught you this? Or did you guys teach Ranty?
Look at the date on this video. This is way before. This is when Ranty was a solid flat earther.
Right, so you taught Ranty the mid-picture horizon?
No, Ranty did his thing, I did mine.
Do you have a definition for a horizon, or can you just like point at that and go, that's a horizon, like you can with tangents? Is it a similar sort of thing?
I defined it earlier. The horizon, the definition that I can give you is the apparent conjunction between the water or land with the sky. So the apparent line where they appear to come together.
Put that in the middle of the picture then? Is that not would that not be, I don't know, like that, the land bit where that tends to meet it, like a topographic?
No, that's trees. Those are little trees in a very short distance.
But that would they not be the horizon though, where you know?
There's a different word for that. I knew it, but I'm not. It's just a different word, not a horizon. When it's close, when it's not identifying the curvature of the Earth, it's not the horizon.
Is that definition important then? No. So the horizon, the definition of the horizon, which I would say can be topographic or whatever, I'd say the top of that lighthouse might be a horizon to some people, right? Because that's where the sky is appearing to meet the land or the building or whatever, right?
Now you're trolling, right?
No,
you
no,
have to be
that's
drawing.
serious.
You
You've never-
cannot be. You
Have you
cannot
never
be
heard
this.
of a topographic horizon?
But we are talking about not about that specific, right? We're not talking
You
about that, right?
said it's an apparent position where the sky appears to meet the water or land.
Sorry, bro, I cannot stomach this anymore. But thank you for the invite, brother. I'll catch you later. I'll keep watching the YouTube. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah,
Thank you
see
for
you
the
later,
See you later,
Jose.
Jose.
Okay, see
Another
you.
one.
Bye-bye.
Ba-ching! Off you go.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
like that. The apparent mid-picture horizon. Liking it. Anybody listening? These are the people that I don't know. Do Globers look up to them? I don't know.
I hope
too
not.
Sure. Well, I do. I really do. I hope they do look up to them.
Oh, see, right. Jose's been in a room with how many people, but yet in the YouTube chat he puts, he can't be real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Is there one person in here? Would you like to spell out who you're talking about, Jose? Because it just seems to be you're obsessed with one person.
It's not talking about you. We can rule you out of that statement.
It must be me.
But, I mean, there's a lot of
I'm
other
with you,
people
mate.
that it could be.
Yeah. Only by the prefix.
I'm identifying as a tree today anyway, so.
Oh, a horizon tree or a tangent tree?
Tangent tree. Oh dear. A tree is a tangent.
That was bad.
Bam.
Sean G set that one up, and then Jose came in to follow him in to back him up.
I don't think it was even. I think Jose was listening, as Jose does, and Jose thought, "Oh, I can have a piece of this because he needs content," and
Yeah.
that's what he did.
Well, he can go and find all of his boys to obfuscate a tangent. But I mean,
Beth can't be real, implying the top of the lighthouse is the horizon. My oh my!
I did say some people may consider that as the horizon. I could say that is where the sky appears to meet the land or the building or what.
Is the lighthouse not on the ground?
You said some people. Good Turnip said, "What do you mean, you people?"
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like Jose doesn't actually listen to what's being said, and then takes what he wants, twists it, spouts it back at you, and it's all completely not what you've just said.
That's why
Well
I
done,
think
Jose.
Jose's from Twitter, because that's exactly what people do on Twitter. You can reply to them, and they'll just completely reinterpret whatever you said and reply accordingly, even though you've never said it. And then you're arguing something that you never even said in the first place. I wouldn't mention it on your channel either, Jose. Just don't
No, I
pretend
wouldn't.
it ever happened. It'd be the best bet. I want to pretend that you're not like that, Jose. I want to pretend that you do actually know. Because, I mean, I've been 2 years being told that I'm wrong. Now, if I've been told that I'm wrong by people who think a tangent is anything they point at, well, you should have looked into this, Jose. Really, you should have. Because it's no good saying that I don't understand basic geometry when you don't even understand what a tangent is. And if there's anybody else out there, I'd suggest you have a look into it. It's a geometric term pertaining to a circle and a straight line. And the geometric relationship of that straight line to that circle. Nothing else.
I'm not even sure where they can use their tangent on the sphere, because it's not a smooth circle. Like
they have. In order for them to use a tangent, what they have to do is they have to interpret what they see graphically on paper and draw a circle and use the line to interpret and measure. That's what geometry is. That's what they do in geometry. You can't just look at something. You have to graphically represent it in a way.
Sorry, be prepared that Jose is now going to use that. He's saying, even though I might take that Bev quote about the top of the lighthouse is the horizon.
Well, I mean, like I say, they misinterpret everything.
Yep.
Like
absolutely.
just the top of the lighthouse. No, it's the whole line of everything that where the apparent sky meets the land or sea or whatever it is. That is the apparent horizon. Canal. Not just the top. Definitely not in the middle of the fucking picture.
I wouldn't worry, because you could say banana and he'd say orange.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, at least I was closer. Because that is actually part of the bit that's touching the sky. Like, Jose put a fucking X in the middle of the picture. Like Ranty and Witsit. You know, it's not only that. A lot of people are doing it, pre-assuming mid-picture horizons. But we know Jose's going to have to use the lighthouse.
It's because the horizon always rises to eye level.
It doesn't. What Jose was having you look down.
Mm.
You look down to it even though there's other stuff. I don't know.
He did have to exit stage left when he was called out, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think
Thought
he
I heard
probably got
turn
called
up.
away.
Mm-hmm.
X marks the horizon.
Yeah. Genius.
Yeah. I guess that would be what you call must have to be the geometric horizon, right, Jose? Because it's definitely not an apparent horizon. Is it, Jose?
Which one? The geometric?
Well, the one where he puts an X in the middle of the picture.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's definitely not a horizon, an apparent horizon, or anything, is it?
But when do we see the geometric one?
Well, I
I'm
don't
confused.
know. I'm trying to say, why would you put an X in the middle of the picture and label it horizon? You must have a really poor understanding.
Apparently that's why he left, because you all don't know what a horizon is.
Yeah. Definitions, right? You left because we have a different understanding of what the definition of a horizon is, Jose. They don't matter though to you. So
He's just a
Yeah, but I mean-
nameless, faceless internet potato.
doesn't know what a tangent is. Doesn't know what a horizon is. Imagine being in this conversation for so long, flip-flopping from one side to the other, and not knowing what a tangent is or a horizon. Jose. Yeah, that's not where the horizon is. You don't have mid-picture horizons, Jose. There's no such thing. Or has somebody told you there is? I don't know. I'm unaware of who's told you. In fact, I think, right, this might be something that the Black Swan's done us a favour for. Because they said the horizon's beyond, didn't they, in the Black Swan? And then people like Jose is like, well, if QE said the horizon's beyond, it can't be. It must be mid-picture. Bring it halfway down. Put it in front of the thing. Much like Jose's done there. So, I mean, if that is what the Black Swan's done, shout out to the Black Swan for making the ballers go absolutely crazy and put X's in the middle of the picture and call them horizons. I like it. It sort of helps us because it brings the misunderstandings of people. Maybe we can have a normal discussion now about what the horizon is and what it's meant for. because it's not a measuring device. It's not a thing that's a tangent. It is literally just the apparent meeting of the sky and the land or sea, depending what's there. When it's the sea, it's called the true horizon. But it's still not level with your eyes. Like you said, Jose. Stays below it, doesn't it? Same distance.
Hey, you guys know I hate to do this, but it's time for me to go.
All right, you
Have
off to
fun.
Brandon's. See you later.
Good luck. I've already had a quick listen. Enjoy.
Wish me luck. I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.
Blue Marble in the chat says, Jose JG, according to Bev, I mean, I don't know what said that. Bev said this. If all you have is a bid boat that's partly obscured by the horizon, the top of the boat is actually the horizon.
Yeah, and as I put underneath, they're making shit up.
Yeah, I've never said that. All you have is a bid boat that's partially obscured by the horizon. I mean, why would I ever say that the horizon obscures anything? Blue, I've never said that. So I think you're a liar, Blue. I've never said that. How would the horizon obscure something when it is the apparent meeting of the sky and the land or the sea? What's that? How does that obscure anyone? Blue.
Yes, Blue, you did misunderstand.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, no, actually, you listened to Jose, who basically just added in extra stuff and made stuff up. Or actually, he took out part of what Bev said.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, Blue be all right. Go and clip it out. Go and clip it out, Blue. Just go and clip it out. And then also, you remember that you've got to either defend Jose's mid-picture horizon, or you've got to dismiss that. One or the other. It's no good focusing on me saying it's the apparent position where the sky meets the land or the sea. Now that's wherever the sky meets whatever. If it's a mountain, then it's a topographic horizon. The mountain is where the horizon is, where it meets the sky. Yeah, I will stick to that. If there is a lighthouse in the picture, then the lighthouse is on the horizon, isn't it? It is forming the horizon, the apparent meeting of the sky and the land, or the lighthouse, right? You have to turn the land into the lighthouse. It is most definitely not in the middle of the picture. Focus on that one, Blue. The difference between where Jose put it and where I said it was. Jose, now what, are you backing out of your mid-picture horizon, Jose? You've put an X in the middle of the picture. Yeah, try and obfuscate it as much as you can, Jose. Really do well. Can somebody else want to take over for a minute? I'm going to make a brew because I've only just got back.
Well, Brandon's is on, so I think most people have disappeared as well.
I've got 33 viewers. I'm not cutting it short while we've got 33 viewers.
Come on then, who's chatting?
The one definition that Jose provided was for a horizon. and it was where the sky meets, and you can leave off the rest. The sky meets. See the red line? That's where the sky meets. The sky meets the top of the everything.
Evening, Brian.
Hello.
Brian!
What?
How the hell are you, mate?
I'm good.
Well, that's good. I haven't seen you in a while. Make sure you're still alive. So, I am.
You have Jose in for a spanking, did you?
He was trolling mainly. Doing his usual, listening to what someone says, ignoring what they just said, and making his own idea of what they set up. Quite accomplished at that. But yeah, you've got Wes, Wally, Jose, Blue Marble hanging around in the chat.
In the chat?
For YouTube.
Well, yeah, I'm still making me brew. Where's Wally? He's talking to Level World about the apparent horizon. Isn't that what we were talking about? The apparent horizon. I mean...
I think he probably missed most of it.
There's only the apparent horizon.
Jose put an X in the middle of the picture. That definitely can't be the apparent horizon, can it? If it's not the apparent position of where the sky meets the land. If it's in the middle of the picture. So I'm not too sure. I mean, that's what initially made me say that the lighthouse is sort of on that line where the sky meets the land. Definitely not the X in the middle of the picture.
When did Jose turn into the kind of person who whines about every small little detail? Everything. But doesn't apply the same to himself. And I can do this all day, Jose.
And she does.
Oh. Did no one take... Oh, they did take Dave off mute. Okay.
Yeah, I meant to talk to y'all about that. If you're gonna mute mods, then I mean, no, I'm just kidding. I must have been hot micing it.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was DP. But yeah, you were having a conversation with someone in the background.
It's one of my contractors.
Yeah.
Just be glad I didn't kick you, Dave.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Anytime you don't kick me, thank you. Oh, by the way, this contractor is also a biblical earther, which means he's a flat earther.
Mhm.
His name is Luke. That's a lot of them today. It's a lot of people I've been around today who know it's not a sphere. It's a good feeling.
Oh, where's Wally? Is talking about buying a Tesla.
Where's Wally saying I'm
Ooh.
going to jump the shark? What the fuck does that
I
mean?
was getting to that bit. Hang on, Bev. I wanted to talk about the Tesla first. He was asking Blue
wow.
whether black would be too hot for Australia.
What is black too hot for
The
Australia?
colour black on a car.
What
being...
would Blue know?
Also,
Where's Wally live in Australia?
Apparently so.
Well, why the fuck does Wally not know what a black car's like in Australia? Why would Blue know better?
It's probably just as hot as any other car until you get in, turn the engine on, and put the aircon on. No?
They can't run the aircons. They can't run the aircons in Teslas. You only get about 20-mile distance.
Okay, maybe don't go for the black one then, Wally. You're Wally.
Just wind the windows down. Get even hotter.
Bev, I needed to ask you something about my bridge.
Yeah.
How in the middle, so at let's say 12 miles, how high do they say that water is above each shore?
28.47 meters.
So almost 90 feet, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Is that 90 feet? So let's say you're on one shore and you get an observer that's 20 feet higher than the water on that shoreline, and another observer that's 20 feet higher than the north shore. They would still not be able to see each other, right? Because of that bulge of water.
Yeah, there is no bulge there, right?
Right. But
if we were to assume they were, yeah, you would stand no chance. It would be impossible. Unless you curved light. You know, like you pointed at something, said that's a tangent, and then pretended that curved. I suppose you might be able to do that. I mean, you can do anything, right? If you just define your line of sight as curving, then you probably could, yeah.
How does light bend itself?
I don't know. You can just define it. It depends how you define it. Like, literally, nothing matters anymore. The definitions of things. If you don't know the definition and it doesn't fit, you can just make it up. I think.
It's funny. That's what we're hearing now, right? Definitions have no meanings.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're having to switch so many of the definitions to fit their model. Ruhif, now Jose.
Yeah, I think it's come through from Ruhif, though, right? I mean, that's a good defense, that. Yeah, try that. You just, definitions don't have any meanings. Oh, that's just definitional, that argument that you're just using. It's definitional. You're just defining level as horizontal. The fact that it is defined as being horizontal because that's logically how it's defined. Provably so. Doesn't really mean anything if it doesn't fit your model.
The one thing he defined was horizon.
Mm-hmm.
He defined the horizon as the apparent location where the sky meets the land or the sea. And then he chose X in that picture as the horizon. Where does the sky touch the X?
Yeah.
Jose, where does the sky touch the X again?
Anywhere. Anywhere, literally anywhere, wherever he wants to point at in that picture would be
Well,
where
that's why I wanted you to say, what's a sphere? I wanted you to define a sphere so he could say a sphere is anything It's anything that I point at, anything that I look at. The globe is a sphere. It's anything.
All evidence is evidence of the globe. Everything is the globe. Everything's a tangent.
Because globe.
Infinite tangent lines. It's globe.
It's globe. Yeah, it must be.
Good globe.
Oh, Jose's making a new self. He's not the guy he was yesterday. That's nice to be able to reinvent yourself like that, isn't it?
I was going to jump in a bit ago and point out to people who may be finding these videos, reading the comments, not knowing the people involved, but Jose may be saying all of this, but his actions do not follow suit. And they haven't done for a very long time. So I'd just like to point out to those people who don't know, just have an open mind. Don't believe everything that people are saying in the chat. They're here for a reason.
Yeah, steady 33 viewers. Doing well. I like it. Just keep it on that. It's a nice group. And this is shocking.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Lovely.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Mobius.
lovely.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've got to say this, right? There you go. Grab that as a screenshot. Where's Wally has just told you exactly what they do.
All evidence points to the globe.
his comment reads, "Wow, Bev, you're giving some cool sound grabs right there, mate." Okay? Sound grab is basically taking a tiny portion of what you said. So you may have said, "Oh my God, some people think that all evidence points to the globe."
No, I did. I said that's axiom, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to explain to people watching what they do. Okay, so they'll just come in and take a snippet and use it, and he's just admitted to doing that.
Yeah, I'll just on the level live and go to the Imaginometry page.
Oh, good.
And here we go. We have definitions. All definitions are meaningless. Definition 1 for Imaginometry. Any and all defined definitions can be redefined. See definition 1. Any defined definitions that have been redefined become the definitive definition until being redefined. See definition 1.
Can you put them on the screen, Bev?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go.
Those are great, by the way.
Number 4. If a definition doesn't fit, conjure a new one. Remember, you're in control. Narniation is expected. Always refer to definition 1. Definition 1. All definitions are meaningless. Number 5. A point is that of which you can imagine as being a series of interconnected points, making up everything from nothing or making something into nothing. That's way too advanced, that, but, I mean, yeah, they've done that again tonight. The postulates, anything can be imagined. Anything that cannot be imagined can be imagined to have been imagined in the future.
Can you put a link in the chat, Bev?
For the Imaginometry, yeah.
Imaginometry, I'm sure everybody would love to read through it.
How long ago did we do that?
Oh, ages ago.
A year, at least.
Yeah.
Is it that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Postulates.
Once the conceptualized imaginings are envisioned to be truly imagined, then the Imaginometrist can become the Imaginometor. I like this one. This was a good one. A solitary individual can envisage their imaginings as being the imaginings of the whole. Therefore, an individual's imaginings can be imagined as the consensus.
And the YouTube.
Oh, in the YouTube. Sorry. So can somebody else get that in there? I can't get to the chat.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Anything that can be imagined to be real. That which isn't something else can exist as something else within the imaginings. And that which can be imagined to be bigger than imaginable.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah, and now these are the axioms, right? Now this is where we got to earlier, where I don't think they quite understood what I was saying. Is the axiom number 1? There is a shape, or his globe. Number 2, all imaginings must assume a shape. Anything in reality can be imagined differently. 3. When your imagined shape is under an augmented threat of another's imagined competing shape, then the imaginometrist must imagine that the thought violator must be willfully ignorant of the imaginometrist's perception and automatically reject the opposing thought shape.
Okay, that was Emma. I know that.
All evidence is assumed evidence of your model. There you go.
I mean, you made it up. That's what I meant.
No, I may have had a hand in narniation, but not this one.
Mm-hmm.
When did you guys do this? This is
genius, isn't it?
This is brilliant.
Like a year
this
ago.
is fucking brilliant. I love this, by the way.
At least a year ago.
They imagine that we don't understand geometry, but like we're way ahead of them, right? We're way ahead of their imaginings of geometry because
we've even imagined what they imagine they might be imagining.
Can I just say this was a stroke of genius?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree.
It's intellectual humor, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
But they won't get it.
And this was a group. This was a group effort as well. So Bev did a lot of the finalising.
Just like Euclid was probably a group effort.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Although I didn't do much. I did help a little bit.
So we've got all evidence is assumed evidence of your model, which is what I was taking the piss out of earlier, which they think is a soundbite, but it's on a fucking website, you mong. Anyway, and then the next one is any evidence contrary to your model can be assumed as evidence for your model. Genius. If it doesn't logically fit the model, then the logic must be illogical. Reality cannot be disproved and does not need imagining. The sole purpose of imaginometry is to envelop a unique, personalized, idiosyncratic conceptualization of an individualized, fabricated corporeality.
Nice. That's very good. Nice.
If at any time an imaginometrist is asked to provide evidence, then the imaginometrist must obfuscate and ask the offender to provide the evidence they require. This is called a subversal. And we've got the fifth postulate as well, which we put in at the end. If an imaginometry axiom meets a perceived axiomatic obstruction as to cause the imaginometrist distress, then the imaginometrist should disregard the offending thought and fabricate a new axiom. This is one of the steps in becoming the imaginometor. Which they all do. I mean, they all are the imaginometor. They just literally make it up. And then we go into the imaginings. which are the first and only conceptualization of shape within Imaginom, is the Dornagon. They see, they don't even realize they've got to go to the Dornagon yet, and they're not ready for it. It'd be too advanced.
Well, Rant is trying to get there with his locally flat water. You just forget there'd have to be a ridge between the two flat spots.
If a misunderstanding of 2 dimensions is not enough for you, then you can always add as many extra dimensions as required to a Dornagon and conceptualize and imagine a Hohedron. Please use caution, though. Beware of the Penrosegram. If this occurs, don't tell anyone and keep calm.
Penrosegram.
I've got to shout out Dawn. Hey, Dawn. If you're out there.
Yeah. Good lad, Dawn. That was some good times. And I've also got, imagine, further imaginings. Imagine a 2D surface with all points equidistant from a point. That was submitted by Brad, the science guy, that one. They're just imaginings that you have to be able to do. See, any shape defined and proven within Euclidean geometry can be imagined differently in Imaginometry, as in Axiom 3, and imagined by multiple people, including Jem Panda, PhD Tony, Fight the Flat Earth, the astronaut's son, M. Scott Veitch, a triangle having more than 180 degrees, spherical triangles, are an impossibility in Euclidean geometry, are easily imagined differently in Imaginometry.
Oh, Bev, we need to put the 5-sided square in.
Oh, you're dead right. Dead right. That needs to get added in. I'll put that on the board so I can add that in. I'll have to get.
And the one-sided triangle.
The one-sided triangle.
Oh, Bev, you've got a message from Yossi in the chat. At Try Thinking, it's not that definitions are meaningless, it's more that they are not always that important.
Oh.
So, definitions do have meaning, it's their importance that's
Who
in
decides?
question
Who decides whether they're important or not?
Well, I would say, mainly when we do it...
You've got to put that in.
When we do definitions, we're talking mathematics and the foundations of mathematics. We're not talking about the definition of a shoe.
No, we need Brenda for that.
That's got to go in.
You can't discuss shoes without having Brenda.
Oh dear.
Yeah, this was quite fun working through all of this.
Yes, I remember. It's all coming back to me now. It was good.
It was quite a while ago, though, Brian, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be over 12 months.
But we always have fun here.
Lewis Carroll quote: "If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense.
Oh,
nothing would be
these are
what
my
it is,
favourite.
because everything would be what it isn't. And contrary-wise, what is, it wouldn't be. And what it wouldn't be, it would. You see?"
Yep. Brilliant. Just sums it up perfectly.
That's it sounds like a baller's argument, that.
Mm-hmm.
Your text isn't showing up too well with a white background on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's quite small, but
One of the hardest things in the world is to convey a meaning accurately from one mind to another. And that's right. It's why people don't like definitions, because you have to use words to describe things. Some people can't do it. I feel sorry for them. Imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. That is true.
Whoa. Whoa. Like that's a real quote, right?
Absolutely.
It's Lewis Carroll.
Oh.
It was Logos that I
Yeah.
found the quotes at the time we were doing this stuff. I happened to look into Lewis Carroll because he popped up probably on my Twitter, and I found some and I just went, oh, and yeah, complete Logos moment.
And then this is DP. If in explanation the imagination is evoked, you must, from that point forward, imagine that you are entering the realm of imaginometry. And how many times do you get asked to imagine?
Imagine.
Where's Wally is basically, he said, with all the upcoming launches by SpaceX and hundreds of Starlink into polar orbit, we might have live streaming from stage 2 as it passes over Antarctica, time and again. Just saying.
Might? Did he say might? Does that mean that we
Might.
haven't?
Mhm.
We haven't got any of that just yet then? None? That's unfortunate, isn't it?
It is a little bit like we're supposed to have had hotels on the moon by the mid-70s. That never seemed to appear.
Yeah.
What, you haven't bought one? I got mine. Do you need one,
I
pal?
did buy an acre of the moon. What are you on about?
Yeah.
I got a really good deal.
You think so?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a really good
It's a
spot
really good deal.
overlooking one of the
Yeah.
landers.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's prime
unless we
location.
can.
Seriously.
Yeah, and
It's going to be right next to the McDonald's. No, it's going to be right next to the McDonald's they're putting up there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that one too. Yeah,
Mhm.
you have to have that. Yeah.
Now,
What
Brian's
amazing-
Logic's just put a good one in the chat. Aldous Huxley, just because facts are ignored does not simply mean they cease to exist.
I got a plot on the moon for sale. It's right near the McDonald's.
You just stole it off
I'm
me.
buying. I'm buying.
I'm not really happy about the neighbors I'm going to have, so I'm looking to sell. Remember when we were buying stars?
Yeah. I
Oh,
always
what you
wanted
really
one.
did?
Naming
Yeah, I
them.
always wanted one. Name a star and it's yours. Yes.
Name a star.
Oh man.
What's
Haven't
this
they got
we,
the,
anyway,
what-
Rakia?
What's that? What's the space thing? The people who want to live in space. Oh, was it Arcadia?
The Asgard.
Yeah.
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 Asgard.
Yeah.
No, it's the Asgardians, isn't it?
Huh.
Asgardians or Arcadia?
The nation
I
of
don't know.
Asgardia. I've got. Wait a minute. I'll find them. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, they. I
No
mean, they've
way.
already bought into it
They've
completely,
not
haven't
kicked
they?
me out, have they?
Kicked you out of where?
Oh no, Asgardia, the space nation. Discord.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Do you want me to? In case anybody.
Yeah, these people look into this. This is brilliant. They've
Oh, I
already
don't
got
think- you're not
people
allowed to-
living.
You're not allowed to ask
What?
people to enter. I don't think.
Space Kingdom of Asgardia and Asgardia the Space Nation.
Yeah,
What
Yes.
the?
you can't let people invite. You can't invite.
Okay, this is a
people
joke,
into it.
right?
No, it's serious. We've got there's a UK politician that is part of it. Yeah, you can be MPs
What?
and all sorts of stuff.
Oh my.
I can't.
Is it
send
Rowan
an invite,
Atkinson
though.
by any chance? Because then I believe it, but an actual politician in the UK. What the fuck?
Right here. If you want in on it, I'll.
The Business Insider is writing about it.
Oh, it's big money in it. Big money. There you go. There's Asgardia, the Space Nation meme channel. I can get you into the meme channel.
Wow.
But that gets you into the server.
I'm not sure if I want to click that one, but
Yeah, me neither. I think I did actually join that server when because we chatted about this ages ago as well, didn't we?
Oh yeah, it was it was good fun.
Yeah, I think I did actually join because I recognise that server logo.
Yeah, they want to make babies in space. That's their prime mission. They want to be the first people to procreate in space. I wanted to have a talk about the Fata Morgana sunsets as well tonight. I need to find the oh, we've got that Bertrand Russell thing that we haven't finished going over as well. Oh, did you see the sunset picture? Because we were doing a Fata Morgana. Right. Right, can you see that? You see me screen?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do and put something on here eventually, but so you've got 4 sunsets, bit of busty music on here as well. So 4 sunsets. I'll pause it when this thing comes up. Right, so we'll pause it there. Boom. At this point, now you've got 4 sunsets. A, B, C, D. Question is, which one of these 4, if the sunsets are allowed to play at normal speed from the finish, from the here to the finish of the light, extinction of all the light, which one of these would have the light lasting the longest in the entire run of the sunsets? A, B, C, or D? And I'm going to play it out because it's got a Buster's song on it. Buster's new song, so...
I'd say C. Which sunset would last the longest from this point, you mean?
Yeah.
So, in which frame would the sun be visible the longest?
Exactly, yeah. For
I'd
the total
say
light to disappear completely.
I'd say
which one would be the first one to disappear?
Again, my opinion would be B.
Which would be good. And we're going to have to do a little bit of a cut on that because I'm going to cut this video, but I'm going to let it play out for everybody watching. These are 4 sunsets that have been filmed by either me or my son. The one on the A is the one that everybody should have already seen already from a year and a half ago. B was the one that we did when we went to the beach, you and me, DP, when we were doing the test. C is one that we did a couple of days ago. And D is from an elevation. Oh, sorry, A, B, and C are all taken at like sea level on the beach, and D is taken 488 feet above, and like quite a lot further away, let's say another 10 miles or so away from the beach, but obviously looking in the similar sort of direction. Right, so I'm just going to let this play out now then, so you can see. May as well comment on it. I left that break in there a little bit too long. We probably could have talked over that. Oh, these are all Fata Morganas as well, as you will see. They all touch down or touch up at the same time. I've synced them all to the point you'll see what I mean. Fata Morgana. Here we go. All of that upwards light all comes in, all four of them at the same time. That's the only place I could sync them all together. There's no filters on any of these pictures, and there's no speeding up. These are all just as straight from the card. Mixing all right, bit of an instrumental link in there. There's a boat coming on, the one in the bottom left hand corner here. We're going to have to have the discussion of why all of these are happening in this particular area. Everyone's going with C.
I can't believe B's lasted so long.
I haven't said anything about it. Watched them all. I watched all of them but A live.
That's right as well, isn't it? That all of them have been live apart from A.
Yeah.
But I didn't see B because I was there, but didn't see it.
Yeah, A's, they've all got that, Paul. It's the Fata Morganas. The sun goes down and up into the same band.
You tricked me, Bev. They all disappear at the same time.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Watching.
First one to disappear here. See, green flash though, and A's gone as well. B wins. The light stays on B for, I don't know.
Bro, I remember you doing this live from Dead the longest sunset I've ever seen in my life.
And you've got to remember where it started from, Still going, still light there. It's the longest sunset ever. There's the green flash. Boom, green. So I'll put this back here because when you look at this, if we put it here, if we put it on this, and this is all of the bottom bits of the Fata Morgana rising from the bottom, put them all together, all of these and the position of the sun in the sky are all the same. There's no difference. This one here, although it's more compressed, lasts for longer. So the light on this one sticks around for just as long as all of these other ones. Which can only mean, like I say, when this bit of the light comes here, I think the sun comes down, but because of this banding, it's all compressed and it's all weird. So this bit here is where the sun actually hits the bottom, but you're seeing it inverted. So it goes up. So I'm not too sure that whether the sun going down is actually when this bit hits the top bit there, right? So we watch this. This is the bottom of the sun hitting down here, but inverted. So it's when this bit touches the top of there is where the sun's going down. I think it's a lot of. That's why this one here is ahead of these two. That's not touched yet. That's touching there. That one and that one. Because it's so compressed, this one. The separation's still there. This one's just joined. And that one has as well. It's crazy. It needs looking into a lot more. But the point is, these bands that it's fallen into are all horizontal for this effect to occur as a mirroring, which it obviously is. It's an inverted mirroring of the sun that's coming down, ending up coming back out of this band here and going upwards. I don't know. It's going to take a lot of thinking about, because I can't even imagine how it would do that. It's an optical effect. A light in the sky. That's it. You can't tell anything else from that. And you cannot devise a geometry based on that. The optics of what you see cannot be done. There are multitudes of variables. The only same thing there in those pictures is the camera. Most of them are taken from the same place or at the same, the sun setting into a similar place. Well, the sun sets into a similar place anyway. But interesting, this bit here, this dark bit on the side of this one, can only be the Isle of Man. So that's an inverted and magnified Isle of Man also in the picture. I might have to have a go over of cool pics. Did you see that one, DP? Exit that. Did I not put that on the screen for you guys? Sorry. Well, I think Sandra, or Sandra's fella, took a picture of the sunset. We were watching it today. Oh, not the sunset. Sorry, the Fata Morgana, or that band, and it looked huge. Is everyone all right?
Yep.
Yep. Mike as well in the chat. Has Emma's internet gone down?
Yeah, she said she lost her internet.
Right, well, I think, is it about time for us to shut it down for tonight? Or does anybody want? Is there anything else we can do?
Nah, I can't think of anything. It was good going over those sunsets, though. That was good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. I'll get that one out as a video. We need to put some sort of make it a question like that. Because I don't know whether does it need an explanation of why they're different or whatever. I don't know. We could do with getting into a discussion about it. But again, I think it's so new. The idea that this mirroring or the bands that all of these things are going into. To me, all of the fluids always even out, including water, at an even altitude. Now, even altitude to me is a horizontal condition, a fluid of. Does it say fluid or liquid? Hydrostatic. But yeah, to me, it couldn't. If it curved, then the air or whatever would still even out to a horizontal condition.
Yeah, if undisturbed.
Yeah. Which is why this mirroring and these bands that the sun goes into. I mean, you can see it on nearly every time you do a sunset, right? There's always those. It's never round, is it, when it hits with that, like, last, well, I don't know, however many degrees as it's coming down. It might be perfectly round up in the sky, but as it gets down to the bottom and you start hitting all of those horizontal bands of compressed layers in the distance, as the sun hits those, there's always little steps, and you can see, with especially when you get the cameras like we've got P1000, P900s, and it's obviously that the sun is going away through those bands at the same time, and that is causing this banding. Well, now I think we're gonna, Buster says you want to go through the Newton optics, and we obviously have to in order to try and understand it. Yeah. Cheers, Mike. I think I'm going to end up shutting this down anyway, and let's try and work out something to try and have a look into the Newton tomorrow. I'll try and find a copy of the optics, and then we can go over the basics of it. Or we'll go over the Andrew Thomas Young. There's quite a few people say he's quite approachable. Maybe you might want to come and explain this to us, how it occurs on a curve, because I can't see how it can anyone imagine how this would occur with a curved air? I mean, curved air sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? But I mean,
I don't know how it could if it was curved in all directions. Nah, no way.
No, I can't see how air would do that, because that brings in the curvature of air being altitude dependent, and I can't imagine how you'd have that. Like I say, we'll have a go at that tomorrow. Look into some optics. We've kept the optics away for a bit, but while we're preparing and waiting for the test, I guess we can do that. And I wish I could have took the camera again tonight, because I think there was another green flash, but I forgot the memory card. So and it would have been nice to have been here while Sean and Jose came round, but we had a bit of a geometry lesson. That was good. Jose, and showing us that they have a really bad misunderstanding of a tangent. So I think we'll start off tomorrow with a basic geometry lesson on the tangent. Just for we could do Glober geometry help, couldn't we?
Definitely not a tree as a tangent.
A tree, yeah. The things that we can have, actually, we'll do the definition of what a tangent is. And then we can also, for the Globers, to have them to point out what a tangent is not. Yeah, I'm liking it. Right, I'm going to shut this off, shut the video off. If anybody wants to come into the Discord, you're welcome. That's where we are. Let's just, I will put an invite into there if nobody's... Oh. Trying to find the chat. Here we go. Let's just Paste. I know everybody should be in the Discord anyway. Everybody's welcome to come. Sandra. Oh, yeah, Sandra. Shit. Good. I need to have a word, Sandra, with that pic. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll see you later. I'm shutting this off, but if you want to come in the Discord, Sandra's